went to my first rave 3 years ago.
La batteria è completamente ricaricata.
It was a queer rave in this dark and giant warehouse. It had a theme that everybody had to follow, and although it was the middle of September, it felt like Halloween came early and served cunt. 3 years ago, the concept of raving was so foreign to me. I was told that it was a place where people did substances and had a stigma around it that made you scared of the scene. It wasn't until my best friend invited me to one when I realized it was the complete opposite of everything I thought it to be. People were dancing off in their own world. Everybody was super polite, and the music just made you want to move for hours. Over the next few years, I fell in love with raving for giving me a space to express my freedom and allowed me to dance on the floor without a care in the world. This year, I set on a mission to host my first ever rave. This was a huge passion project for me and something I wanted to give back to the communities that I love, raving and climbing. And so, I hosted a rave for over 350 climbers. So how did I do it? First thing I did was secure a venue because I knew that once I put the deposit in for the venue, there was no backing out. I started emailing a whole bunch of places, especially venues where I've been to before. After about a couple of weeks of emailing back and forth, and there were a lot of emails, I managed to secure a venue called Cafeteria. Choosing a venue is probably the most, if not most important part about the entire rave process because a venue can really make or break your event. I was so happy that I went with the venue that I chose because they made things so easy for me and they were so helpful. So the venue provided me with basically everything that I needed. A great sound system, bar staff, door person, and security were all under the venue that I did not need to find on my own or even think about. The only issue was they didn't have a great lighting system. Now, if you know anything about raving, you know that lights play a huge part in the experience. I wanted to make sure that my lighting team and my lights were really good. I reached out to a whole bunch of people, and some people either rejected me because they were busy, or I rejected them because I didn't feel like we had a good fit. After weeks of searching for somebody to do lights to no avail, I reached out to one of my close friends who was close friends with a lighting team that does huge shows. I knew that these people would not be in my budget, but I was running out of options, so I thought, you know what? Might as well reach out. We ended up getting drinks and talking for hours, and after some convincing, they actually said yes, and that they would do it for me for a fraction of what they usually charge. It's really funny. I beg and I ask and I say please. Sometimes if you just ask, you actually do get it. I was struggling with finding the right lighting team because not only did the lights had to be top notch, but also because we had something extra that was happening that night. JC, what day is it?
It's flash mob.
It's flash mob practice day. It's practice 1. It's a Thursday, April 30th.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Make me make eye contact.
Are you here for Emma?
Oh yeah, okay. You guys can just go.
Is it here?
There's a down thing.
Cool.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, I got you guys apple juice and chips.
Oh, you're so cute. Thank you.
I'm
absolutely gonna steal an apple juice.
Yeah, it's in here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Have you ever watched Step Up?
No.
It's like this dance movie. In that movie, they use the song.
You love Step Up.
Yeah. It's a great movie. You should watch it.
to Hong Kong.
Why do you go to Hong Kong?
It'd be fun to travel.
You can go to Hong Kong. That was so crazy. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so freaking awesome. When I first told my friends at the start of the year that I wanted to host a rave, one of my close friends who's a dancer came up to me and asked if I wanted a flash mob. And I said yes. I was so shocked because I was like, wait, you could do that? I had never seen a flash mob before in my life. I genuinely thought those things only existed on like 2006 YouTube. So to see one in real life was so crazy to me and honestly like a childhood dream fulfilled. And it really did put a lot of perspective into my mind where it's like, you can have these crazy ideas and just do them. It honestly felt like a whole new world opened up to me in terms of what I can do. And I think oftentimes we forget that these things are possible if you just do it. I keep zoning out. This is so funny.
Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
I made sure that I curated a lineup of DJs that I personally have listened to and loved their sets. I think that whenever you're trying to host an event, it is so important for you to have experienced it before, whether it's the venue, the sounds, the DJs, so you actually know what it's like. And when it comes to reaching out to DJs, it's as simple as sending an Instagram DM being like, hey Diva, hosting an event, are you interested in DJing? And asking them for their rates. Once you have your lineup of DJs, you send them kind of the vibe that you're trying to go for the night, maybe some sound examples, and you just let them do their thing. This is what happens when you don't have a script, by the way. I wanted to write a script for this video, but honestly, like I was so fucking ADHD that I like just could not do it. You are literally never gonna write the script. Just like sit your ass down and record it right now. Where was I? Let me drink some water. What was I saying?
Oh, I didn't even see this. This is the tiger. I'm like, it's kind of. Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
You're.
Do you like style a lot?
No.
It's just like, what would you put me in?
Yeah.
Wait, Tyler, have you ever like modeled before? Or?
Nah, I went to shoot and I don't think they chose me.
You have a lot of experience with this, AO.
Who, little old me?
Strike the pose.
Just like,
Strike the pose.
lighting is crazy.
Oh, good.
Yo, it's right here. At your crux will be at your shit.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, because like I was like.
That photo shoot was probably one of the funnest days I've ever had. Working with a whole bunch of creatives makes me so happy and is something that I just want to do more of and love to do. It was a full day of shooting. I think we started at probably from 10 a.m. and everything wrapped up at about 6 p.m. I will list everyone that was on set and everyone mentioned in this video in the description below. So again, you know exactly where to find them. Now, one of the most important things that any event will need is a media team. Media is so important when it comes to capturing the vibe of the night and making sure that you have content to post after the event. The media team that I collaborated with was called YAAALL. They were super awesome and super amazing. They're this climbing media collective that shoot a bunch of videos in bouldering gyms in this very skater, grungy, VHS vibe, and I knew that that was exactly what I wanted for my event. Pictures and videos are such an important thing to me because I really do want to keep these memories, even if they don't get posted anywhere else. There was a lot of footage that I never ended up posting on the Instagram, but I watch it like every single day. I think it's just really nice to have these memories to look back on, even if they don't make it out on social media. Harm reduction is a must-have for any rave that you're hosting. People are going to be having a good time, people are going to be dancing, people are going to do things that may require extra assistance. So I wanted to make sure that I had a really good harm reduction team to make sure that everybody who attended felt safe. I ended up partnering with this one collective called Queer Event Medical. I was really happy with the fact that I chose them and felt super secure in my decision until they sent me an email less than a week before my event saying that they could not do my event anymore. I was panicking when I saw this email. Having your harm reduction team flop on you just days before your event is the worst thing that could possibly happen. If I didn't have a harm reduction team, I would have canceled the event completely and refunded every single person's ticket. So Tuesday night at like 11 p.m., literally 3 days before the event, I was running around, I was calling people, everybody that I knew, asking if anybody knew of a harm reduction team that I could hire for my event. When you're hosting an event, you never know what could go wrong. The biggest challenge that you'll probably face are these unexpected ones, and you really do have to kind of be somebody that's quick on their feet and have backup options.
Money, 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 must be funny in the rich man's world.
Okay, now I'm going to break down the cost of the event, and I'm going to preface by saying two things. Number one, I had no intention of making money off of this event. It was my first event, and I wanted to keep tickets as low cost and accessible as possible so that people can just come, show up, and have a good time. Number two, it takes a lot of money to run events, especially when you live in a capitalistic city. Number three, because I can't count, how did I get the funds to run an event? Well, I did two things. So the first thing I did was I worked. I worked a 9 to 5 that paid me pretty good money for the last year, and generally my cost of living is pretty cheap. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate, our rent is super cheap, and I eat tofu every day. Number two, I took out a personal loan. It was a very small loan with my credit card company, but I got a really good rate on it, and I knew that I could use this extra money to help with production costs. Number four, if you wanted to host an event, you can do it on a budget. All of the costs and everything that I'm going to list out is what I wanted for the event, is what I could afford for the event, and again, wanting to make it as accessible and affordable to everybody attending as possible. This is simply how much I spent, and it does not need to be how much you spend if you are looking to run your own rave. Now let's get into it. And my laptop's dead. So the total cost of the venue, including security, bar staff, door staff, and 2 floors, was $1,310.80. For 2 floors, including all of the staff, that is a crazy low price, especially when you hear of some of the venue prices here in Toronto. We had 4 DJs playing that night, including a special headliner from New York, so I also had to cover their accommodation and their flight. In total, all of the costs of the DJs came out to $1,635.37. Our media team was free as we agreed to a collaboration exchanged, which hasn't been filmed yet, but will be soon. Our lighting team was our singular most expensive cost, which came to $2,200. This includes all of the lighting equipment that we had to rent, as the venue that we went with was pretty bare when it came to lights, and also included labor costs. The photo shoot shoot costs came to $890. This includes paying the photographer, food for the day, makeup artists, and the entire shoot that went from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The flash mob came to $70. I paid for them to use a studio space. The dancers themselves did the flash mob voluntarily, and I paid for their drinks that night. The harm reduction team came to $200. And finally, all of the decoration costs came to $309.60. In total, everything came out to $6,915.77. So how much money did we make from this event? Online tickets were being sold from $15 to $25. We had 300 online tickets and tickets being sold at the door on the day of the event. And we also had a pay what you can option before 11 p.m. In total, our online ticket sales came out to 600. Is this right? No, this is not right. In total, after fees and taxes, our online ticket sales did $5,816.80. And our door tickets for the night did $735. In total, our revenue was $6,551.80. Putting that all together, we lost $363.97, which honestly is not too bad. I was actually expecting to lose way more money. I was super nervous and super worried that we wouldn't sell out of tickets. There were all of these small costs like decorations were adding up. I was worried that people would think the event was lame, but the community really showed up and I was so happy to see a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of my friends just having a great time. It's Coronation Day! I'm with GC. We're on our way to go pick up some posters. We just packed everything into the car. This is like maybe only half of everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna have to make 2 stops and then go set up at the venue. Look at how
Oh my god.
Those are so nice.
Yeah, it's 1L tall.
It's 1L tall.
Wait, what the hell?
Get them while you're
Huge, look at that.
Wait, get them while you're hot is so hot.
Yo, I came up with that.
Get him with what?
You came up with the get them while you're hot?
Yeah, I'm taking
No,
credit.
I
did.
What are you
Dude,
talking
stop
about?
it, no.
Yes, I came up with it. What do you mean?
I literally came up with it.
No, you didn't.
You're-
To be eaten.
Yeah, with the to be eaten. See, you think you could come up with shit like this?
Oh my god.
Venn diagrams, but this one I didn't use glossy paper because I was like, this don't need to be glossy. This don't need to be. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad. Real
Hot
bad.
dogs will be the next thing.
On the second floor of the venue, we built a conversation pit. We used crash pads, carpets, and pillows to kind of create the centerpiece in the middle for people to come around, sit down, and take a break from dancing and really connect with each other. I was so happy with how the second floor turned out because I had a lot of people coming up to me and telling me after the event that they loved the second floor. One of the important things that I really want when I host these events are for people to actually have the opportunity to talk with each other. And it's a little hard to do that on the dance floor. I wanted people to enter an environment where they felt safe, welcomed, and give them an opportunity to actually meet people. I'm a little upset, but also really happy that we barely got any footage from the second floor. I was running around asking my friends like, hey, do you have any videos of the conversation pit? And majority of them said no. While I wish that I had more footage of the second space, I was really happy to know that people were so present in the moment that nobody had their phones out. Every single time that I walked up to that second floor, I saw it packed with people, kind of just huddled around the middle. Some people were laying down and watching the disco ball and just chatting with each other. It was the most wholesome moment of the night. And even though there's a crazy rave going on downstairs, people were still able to find room to breathe. Gosh. Okay, so Anna's here. Hey, she's having Chipotle.
This is not my outfit for tonight.
No, we got different. We have to go home and change, but I was literally just telling Anna about how freaking nervous I am, and then Anna mentioned just like the event starting at 10 p.m. and I started freaking out. Like, what do you mean people are gonna be here at 10 p.m.?
And there's no doubt before too.
I know.